Here we are, folks. 1966 World Series, Game 4 at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. Dodgers lead the series 2-1. For the Dodgers, it's going to be Don Drysdale. He was 13 and 16 with a 3.42 ERA. For the Orioles, it's going to be Dave McNally. And McNally was 13 and 6 with a 3.17 ERA. These two met in Game 1, and Drysdale got the best of them. So we're going to see what happens in Game 4. Let's get it going. Here's the pitch from McNally to Aparicio. And it's a 110 on Aparicio's card. And it's a line caught by the shortstop. I'm sorry, it was Wills. I've got the teams reversed. Forgive me. And that's caught by Aparicio. Line by Wills. 110. Actually, no, it's a ground ball to the second baseman. One away. All right. A little bumpy start. And it's going to be Willie Davis batting second today. And it's a 3-8. A 3-8 is a pop-up to the right side. Second baseman, Davey Johnson. It's Lou Johnson now. And it's 6-10. That's off McNally's card. A 10 is a line drive base hit for Johnson. Johnson's on at first. Doesn't have really base stealing speed, but he does have running speed. So see, he'll try to score on a double, especially with 2 outs. It's a 6-9 off McNally. 6-9 is a fly ball to deep right. Taking a few steps back is the right fielder Robinson, and that's a third out. They leave one, and at the end of half an inning, it's no score. The Orioles coming to bat. It's going to be Aparicio leading off against Drysdale. And it's a 6-3. It's a fly ball left field. The left fielder is a 4. And we roll a 1. And that's a ball that's run down by the left fielder, Tommy Davis, for the first out. And it's going to be Snyder. Russ Snyder. It's a 1-5. A 1-5. It's a fly ball lifted to center. Measuring it is Willie Davis now. 2 away. Triple Crown winner, Frank Robinson. It's a 6-7. A 6-7 is a hard hit ground ball at the second baseman. Let's see, 15. Second baseman is at least a 3. Second baseman, so that's going to be a 15 and a 3. It's a ball that Lefebvre handles. And 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the second. No score. Here's Lefebvre, 3-7. A 3-7 is a line drive base hit for Lefebvre. He's on at first. Parker, he squares, and that's an 11. And he pops up right back to the first baseman, who was charging. 1 away. Roseboro, 4-7. 4-7 is going to be a walk. First and second now with 1 out, and it's going to be Drysdale. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not Drysdale yet. It's going to be Kennedy, the third baseman. Here's a pitch from McNally. It's a 4-5. A 4-5 is a fly ball lifted to center. Over comes Snyder. He's got it for the second out. Now it's Drysdale, and Drysdale is is a 2 batter, so we're going to use pitcher's hitting card number 2, and that's a 3-6. And that's a ground ball hit right at the shortstop, Aparicio. He takes it himself for the force. And the Dodgers leave 2. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. And it's going to be Brooks Robinson. It's a 6-9 from Drysdale. A 9 is lifted to left. Left fielder Tommy Davis. 1 away. Powell now. 8 this part of the game. 8. Have to keep on rolling again and again. So it's a safe at first, a drop up. So it's an E2. And with 2 outs, Blefari's on at first base. So that's an error. Charged to the catcher, Roseboro. And it's going to be Davey Johnson. 6-6. 6-6. It's a pop-up to the left side. Kennedy calls everybody off, and that's the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 3rd, no score. You are listening to and watching Game 4 of the 1966 World Series between the Dodgers and the Orioles. And it's going to be McNally pitching to Maury Wills, the leadoff batter. And it's a 5-6. A 5-6 is a ground ball at the shortstop, Aparicio. And Aparicio is a 2. We rolled an 8. See what happens there. We rolled an 8, and that's a ball that Aparicio gets to and throws on the run. Gets him by half a step. 1 away. And here's the pitch to McNally, from McNally to Davis. And it's 4-11. 4-11 is a strikeout. First strikeout for McNally. And now it's Lou Johnson. Lou Johnson singled in his first at bat, and that's a 4-7. That's a walk. So with 2 out, Johnson walks. And it's going to be Tommy Davis. Davis hit .313 with 11 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs. And that's a 4-4. A 4-4 is a fly ball center field. Playing center field for the Orioles is Russ Snyder. And he is a 3 center fielder. And we rolled a 16. And that's a ball that's going to be caught. Nice play by Snyder in the gap, catching that ball on the run. This is the 3rd out, and the Dodgers leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Don Drysdale to Andy Etchebarren, McNally, and Aparicio. It's a 1-12. A 1-12 is a ground ball back to Drysdale. Over to first, 1 away. McNally's a 3. So he's going to bat on the pitcher's hitting card number 3, but it's off the pitcher's card, a 5-8. A 5-8 is a ground ball shortstop X. And Wills is a 3 shortstop. We rolled a 12. And that's going to be a ball that Wills handles easily for the 2nd out. It's going to be Aparicio now. And it's a 3-10. 3-10 is going to be off Aparicio's card, and that's a ground ball again. Hit hard at Wills. Quick release. Out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 4th inning. No score between the Dodgers and the Orioles. It's going to be McNally facing Lefevre, Parker, and Roseboro. Lefevre's 1 for 1. He singled his last at bat. 1-9. 1-9 is a ground ball to Powell. Takes it himself. 1 away. Parker now. Wes Parker. And that's a 6-7 off McNally. A 6-7 is a strikeout. Second out, and now you have Roseboro. Let's say 5-7. A 5-7 is a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the fourth. No score. We've got a pitcher's duel going here. And in the bottom of the fourth inning, it's going to be Snyder leading off Robinson, and then the Robinson boys, Frank and Brooks. Say 4-8, a 4-8. This will be a split die. We rolled an 18, so that's a line drive. Let me slide this over just a bit. So say 4-8, and that's a line drive base hit. Single for Snyder leading off the bottom of the fourth. It's going to be Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson's 3-run home run was the difference in yesterday's Game 3. 1-5. And 1-5 is a fly ball, deep center field. Back goes Willie Davis to the track, to the fence, and makes the catch. Deep drive by Frank Robinson, but just didn't get enough of it. And Drysdale breathes a sigh of relief. Here's Brooks Robinson. It's a 3-3. A 3-3 is a ground ball, hard hit at Wills. He flips to the second baseman, Lefevre, back to first. 6-4-3. Double play. We go to the top of the fifth now. No score. So it's going to be Kennedy, the third baseman, against McNally. And it's a 3-12. A 3-12. That ball is lined and caught by the third baseman, Brooks Robinson. Nice play by Brooks. He can really play third base. And that's a 4-5 to the pitcher. A 4-5. It's a fly ball. So Drysdale lifts a fly to center. And the center fielder, Snyder, has it measured. 2 away. And Wills now. Maury Wills. And it's a 4-11. A 4-11 is a strikeout. Strikeout number 4. 3 up, 3 down here in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Drysdale is going to be facing Powell, Blafari, and Johnson. Here's the pitch to Powell. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 away. Blafari now. Now Blafari reached base on a dropped pop-up by the catcher, Roseboro, and it's a 3-12. A 3-12 is a foul out. Catcher calls for it, makes the catch this time. And it's going to be Johnson, Davey Johnson. Johnson popped up in his last at bat. It's a 2-8. A 2-8 is a split die, and that's a line drive base hit single for Dave Johnson. So Johnson's on at first, and Etchebarren is batted .221 with 14 doubles, 6 triples, and 11 home runs. Here's Drysdale's pitch to Etchebarren. It's a 6-9, so it's off Drysdale's card. A 6-9 fly ball lifted to left field. Tommy Davis and the center fielder Willie Davis converge, and Tommy Davis is going to call him off for the third out. So the Orioles leave 1 and score none at the end of 5 innings of play. It's no score. We go to the top of the 6th now, and it's going to be McNally facing Willie Davis, Lou Johnson, and the cleanup batter, Tommy Davis. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis, and it's 6-8. 6-8 is fly ball lifted to right fielder Robinson. 1 away. Lou Johnson now. And it's a 4-10 off McNally's card. It's a ground ball, hard hit at the third baseman. Brooks Robinson, he's a 1, so I don't think there's a chance of an error. There actually is a 3. A 3 doesn't do it, so it's a ball that Johnson makes a nice play on, and he gets him at first base. And now it's Tommy Davis with 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. No score. It's 3-10, 3-10. It's line drive base hit for Tommy Davis. So Tommy Davis is on with a single, not really a base runner or much of a base runner. I mean, he is a base runner. Here's Lefevre. Lefevre batted .274 with 23 doubles, 3 triples, and 24 home runs. And that's a 2-4, a 2-4, and that's lifted. You got under that one to the right side, and the first baseman takes a few steps back, and he's going to get it. So that's a 3rd out, and the Dodgers leave 1. And after 5.5, no score, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Don Drysdale will be facing Aparicio. I'm sorry, the pitcher, Aparicio, and Snyder. So let's see. And it's going to be off Drysdale's card, a 6-7. It's a ground ball, second base, X. The second baseman is a 3. We rolled a 3. So that's going to be a ball that gets through the infield. Infield hit for McNally. And it's going to be Aparicio who's going to bunt. Put McNally in. That's a 7. That's probably a successful bunt. The batter is thrown out, so it is. So 1 out now. But McNally's on at second. Here's Snyder. And it's a 6-8. A 6-8 is a fly ball. Center fielder Davis, Willie Davis, 2 out. And it's Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson won the Triple Crown. Hard to do. There's, I think, been 3 guys in the last 50 years that have done it. Miguel Cabrera, Miggy is one of them. So there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on second base facing Frank Robinson. And it's off Drysdale's card. 4-7, 4-7, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice curveball by Drysdale for his 3rd strikeout. And the 3rd out of the inning. And we go to the top of the 7th, still no score. And it's going to be McNally against Wes Parker, Roseboro, and Kennedy. It's a 1-6. A 1-6 is a split die line drive base hit for Parker. So Parker's on at first, and Roseboro is going to bunt right away. This is the 70s now. 8 batters thrown out, so that's a successful sacrifice. 1 away, and Parker's on at second. Now Parker has good speed, so he'll try to score on a single for sure. Here's Kennedy, and it's a 4-4, so that's going to be off McNally's card. A fly ball, center field, X. Center fielder is Russ Snyder, and that's he's a 3. We rolled a 20. That may be another roll. It usually is. So let's. And that's a 19. That's another roll. 11. 11 is going to be a ball that drops in. Snyder doesn't get to it. It drops in, and that's going to be a stand-up double. And around to score with the first run of the game is going to be Parker, Wes Parker. It's a RBI double for Kennedy, and it's going to be Drysdale now. Drysdale's a 2, and that's a 6-5 on a 2. A 6-5. That's going to be off McNally. 6-5, and that's going to be a split die off McNally. Wow, you don't expect to see that. A 1-5, and that's a ball that's pulled down the line, and that's going to rattle around in the corner there. Around second goes Drysdale. He's going to try for 3, and he's into third base standing, and that's an RBI triple by the pitcher with 1 out here in the top of the 7th, and it gives the Dodgers a 2-0 lead. So the infield's going to have to be in now. And it's going to be Maury Wills. McNally's still in there. And it's a 5-6. A 5-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. Let's see what that is with an X. We're going to have to check the X first, I believe. See that it's not an error. Shortstop is a 2. We rolled a 15. 15 on a 2, and that's an out. So an out, and we're going to look now on the infield in chart. Ground ball X found on fielding chart X. Ground balls other than those resulting in a hit or an error, an out, and runner holds. So it's a 6-3, a ground ball to Aparicio, which he looks the runner back to third. And that's out number 2. Let me make sure, out number 2. And it's going to be Willie Davis now. Here's the pitch from McNally. 2-5. 2-5. It's off Willie Davis's card, and that's going to be a line drive base hit, and into score comes Drysdale. RBI single for Willie Davis, who's now 1 for 4 on the day, and that's going to be all for McNally. So we're going to go to the Oriole bullpen, and we're going to pull out Mo Drabowski. Mo Drabowski is going to replace Dave McNally. He's going to pitch to Lou Johnson with 2 outs, so it's 6 2/3 for McNally. And it's going to be Lou Johnson against Drabowski with a runner on first base. And that's a 4-8. A 4-8 is going to be a line drive base hit into the corner, and that's going to rattle around in there. And around third is Willie Davis, and sliding into third base under the tag with an RBI triple is Lou Johnson. So 2 triples in this inning, and the score now is 3-0 Dodgers. It's going to be Tommy Davis. Here's the pitch from Drabowski to Tommy Davis, and it's a 1-9. A 1-9 is a pop-up to the right side. Calling it is Davey Johnson, and that's the 3rd out. But the damage has been done here in the top of the 7th. The Dodgers pick up 3 big runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 3 runs on 5 hits here in the top of the 7th, and now lead at 3-0 going to the bottom of the 7th. And it's going to be Drysdale facing Brooks Robinson, Boog Powell, and Kurt Blefari. Here's the pitch to Robinson. It's a 4-8. It's going to be off Drysdale's card. A 4-8 is a split die line drive base hit for Brooks Robinson. He's 1 for 3 on the day now. And it's going to be Powell, who's 0 for 2, and he struck out twice with a runner on first. It's 3-0 Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 1-6 off Boog Powell's card. A 1-6 is a line drive base hit. Stopping at second is going to be Brooks Robinson. So the tying run is coming to the plate now in Kurt Blefari, and Blefari batted .255, but he has good power. He had 14 doubles, 3 triples, and 23 home runs. So for this period, 23 home runs, you're probably either leading your team or second on your team, unless you've got a superstar hitting power slugger that's hitting 40 home runs. Okay, so first and second, Blefari now, and it's going to be off Blefari's card. It's going to be a 2-11. A 2-11. It's a fly ball right field. Right fielder Lou Johnson squeezes it 1 away now. It's going to be Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson is, I believe it's his rookie season. And he batted .257, 20 doubles, 3 triples, and 7 home runs. So that's a 2-8. A 2-8 is going to be a split die, line drive base hit Around to score comes Brooks Robinson, 3-1 now into third. Stopping at third is going to be Powell, an RBI single by Davy Johnson, 3-1 now the score. The go-ahead run is now at the plate in Andy Etchebarren. Here's the pitch from Drysdale. Let's see if we can get out of this. There's action in the Dodger bullpen, 5-12. It's going to be off Drysdale's card. This is a huge pitch, and strike three. Etchebarren strikes out for the second out. And now it's going to be the pitcher spot, so we're going to see a pinch hitter for Drabowski. And we're going to take a look at who they have here. They have a kid catcher called Rosnowski. I don't know if he's a kid or not, but I just called him a kid. Sam Bowens is a 210 batter. He's a kind of utility outfielder. And then we have Paul Blair, who's a pretty decent ball player. Not much power. And we have somebody named Bob Johnson, who I confused with Dave Johnson. Just saw Johnson and pulled his card out, pulled out Dave's card instead of Johnson's card, Bob's card. So I have to be careful with that. And he's a 217 batter. So out of all these, to be fairest to the Orioles, we should bring in, I'm going to bring in Paul Blair, although, yeah, I'm going to bring in Paul Blair to pinch hit. So Blair for Drabowski in the bottom of the seventh with 2 on. All right. Here's the pitch from Drysdale. And it's going to be off Drysdale's card. It's a 5-9, and that's a line drive base hit single. To score comes Powell. And to second, we're going to see if we're going to try for third. 17, we are going to try for third. We're going to use that die. And sliding into third goes Johnson. It's going to be an RBI single for Blair. And it's first and third now, 3-2. Dodgers. They're on the brink of losing the lead here. It's going to be Aparicio, and we're going to see a pitching change for the Dodgers. So Drysdale is going to be out. And we're going to bring in Phil Regan. Phil Regan is the ace beyond aces. His record, it was 14-1. You got to see this, Phil Regan. 14-1 with a 1.62 ERA and almost 120 innings. That's almost what a lot of reliever starters do now. If they get 120 innings in a season, they've done pretty well for themselves. Okay, so the Dodgers are pulling out the big guns in Phil Regan. And with 2 outs, runners on first and third, score 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Up to bat is Aparicio. Aparicio's 0 for 2. And here's going to be the pitch from Regan. And it's a 4 off Regan's card, a 4-8, and that's a strikeout. Big strikeout for Regan. But the damage has been done, and 2 runs are scored on 4 hits. So 2 runs on 4 hits. And we go to the top of the 8th. And it's going to be Lefevre. And we're going to have a new pitcher. It's going to be Watt. Did you say Watt? No, I said Watt. Pitcher's Watt. Okay. And not funny, I know. All right. And it's going to be Eddie Watt. Watt is going to be pink. And Watt is going to face Lefevre, Parker, and Roseboro. So here's the pitch from Watt. It's a 6-9. A 6-9 is a fly ball. Lifted to center. Center fielder Russ Snyder over. 1 away. Wes Parker now. Oh, didn't roll though. 6-10 off Watt again, and that's a strikeout. 2 away. It's going to be Roseboro. It's a 2-7 off Roseboro's card. A 2-7 is a pop-up to the right side. First baseman calling it. 3 up, 3 down for Watt. Here in the top of the 8th, we go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Dodgers. And it's going to be Regan against Snyder and the Robinson boys, Frank and then Brooks. And it's the Dodgers who lead the series 2-1. Here's the pitch. 4-11. 4-11. This will be a ground ball to the first baseman, X. Parker's a 1. So that's a 16. And that's a ball that Parker handles easily. 1 away. Frank Robinson now. Frank Robinson won the Triple Crown. And it's a 6-10. A 6-10. So off Reagan's card, a 10 is a fly ball lifted to deep right field. Hustling back is Lou Johnson to the track and makes a running catch. Nice catch by Johnson. The second time that Robinson's flied out deep. He's got some power, that Robinson. So it's a 5-4. So it's going to be off Regan's card again. A 4 is a split die. Ball that's swung on and hit deep to left field. Back goes the left fielder, Blefari, to the track, to the fence, and makes the catch. So that's going to be 3 up and 3 down, but it was exciting. And we go to the top of the 9th now. 3-2 Dodgers. And it's going to be Kennedy, the pitcher spot, and Wills. Eddie Watt is in there. Here's the pitch to Kennedy. It's a 3-6. A 3-6 is a strikeout. Second strikeout. And the pitcher, Regan is he's going to be in. He's going to stay in there as a 1 hitter. So that's not much of a hitter. We really don't care at this point. And that's a 6-4. It's off the pitcher's card anyway. Fly ball. Let's say fly ball to center. Snyder's over there. Gets it for the out. I'm sorry, that's Watt. That's Watt pitching. And that's Regan. And now it's going to be Wills. 2 away. Here's a pitch from Watt to Wills. It's a 1-5. A 1-5 is a line drive and caught by the second baseman. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 3-2 Dodgers. Can Phil Regan and the Dodgers hold on? Phil Regan is the Dodger ace out of the bullpen. He's 14-1 on the season with a 1.62 ERA. I don't know anybody better to bring out to try to save this game. It's going to be some big power hitters for the Orioles. 287 with 18 doubles, 0 triples, and 34 home runs for Powell. Here's the pitch from Regan, and it's off Regan's card. Regan only allowed 6 home runs. So we shouldn't have too many numbers. So it's in a 6-11. That's a fly ball, deep right field. And the right fielder is going to be Johnson, and he's a 3. We rolled a 14. Let's see what that becomes. 3-14, and that's going to be a ball that the right fielder runs down. So that's 1 away. Nice play by Johnson. And it's going to be Blefari. Blefari has some power. He batted .255, 14 doubles, 3 triples, and 23 home runs. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-5. It's going to be off Blefari's card. That's a ground ball chopped to the second baseman. Lefevre over to first. 2 down now. And we're 1 out away from the Dodgers going up 3-1 in this series, a series that they were swept in. Here's the pitch. And it's a 1-8. It's off Davey Johnson's card. Davey Johnson is 0 for 3 on the day. And that's a 1-8, and that's a pop-up to the left side. Third baseman calling for it. Kennedy squeezes it. Game over. So Regan gets 7 outs, 7 consecutive outs. Great job by the star out of the bullpen, Phil Regan, for the 1966 Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers win it by a close one, a nail-biter, 3-2. And the win is going to go to Drysdale, the second win in the series for Drysdale. The loss is going to go to McNally, the second loss for McNally in this series. And now we go to Game 5 of the 1966 World Series. It will be played at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. And we will see Sandy Koufax against Jim Palmer. So this is going to be a very, very exciting matchup. And I believe it's a Game 3, Game 1, Game 2. Yep, it's going to be Palmer versus Koufax. So that's going to be an exciting pitchers duel, I'm sure. But we may be surprised. You never know. And that's all she wrote here for Game 4 of the 1966 World Series replay. It's Combat Painter, Tabletop, Winter Baseball signing off. Like, subscribe, comment. Always love that stuff. Take care. Talk to you soon.